Come on in. I'm going to be giving you your readings for June 2026. That wasn't very loud. I don't know about this thing. I might need a new one. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oshwell, come on in. Who gives a shit, right? Happy solar return, Gemini. Yes. I have already called in everybody's angels and spirit guides, and your whole team is with us right now. Please just know it. And one more. We'll see what's going on in your cards here. All right, first one out. It takes two. Then I believe I got this one. Crushed, hoity-toity, vicious circle, and sneaky snake. Great. All right, it takes two. Someone is not committed, incompatible, conflicted. This is what you've been dealing with, someone from the past. More than likely an ex, I'm feeling. But some of you are still with this person, maybe. I don't know. You can flip and flop, don't forget. Crushed. You're hurting emotionally right now, and you need time to heal before you jump in again. Yeah, taking a time out from all the pain and drama. And I'm feeling, with this fire energy behind these two people, I feel like there could have been a lot of destructive, fire is destructive right now for me. Yeah. So, anywho, taking time out for you, hoity-toity, champagne taste, beer budget, arrogant, or pretentious. Yeah, narcissist, much. This is crowning you. This is what you're dealing with. You're crushed. You're dealing with a full-blown narcissist here, unfortunately. Yeah, I feel like you have been for quite a while, because this has been in your readings for quite a while. Vicious circle, yeah, patterns of relationship issues, bad habits, no-win situations. This is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework column, right? But the narcissistic, ways, they do keep on going and going, right, in that cycle. Unfortunately, that's part of the disorder, right? It's a disorder, personality disorder, At this point in time, narcissists, yeah. Sneaky snake, going behind your back, deceitful, and swindler. Yeah, I don't know. My higher vibrationals certainly aren't in this energy. So I don't think you really have to flip and flop too much, because we're obviously talking about them. It's a them problem, right? But it does take two. There was a lot of stuff that's happened, right? Um, Getting over the emotional hurt right now, and what? All right, I'm gonna give you a bunch of my um animal oracles here. It's like the animal totem. First one out is the wolf. Yeah, sneaky snake, wolf. Anywho, flip and flop, okay? Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Yeah, gives me that loyal vibe with the dogs, because dogs are always so loyal, right? But the Pathfinder, loyal to yourself as well, right? Something about that. Hi, everyone. Hi, Hele. Hi, Hello. Hello. Hele. I'm sorry, my between being half blind and the comments this big, it's hard to see. Penguins, be your authentic self. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and just be yourself. Yeah, going against the grain. That's kind of like the wild child vibe that I'm getting. Going against the control, the machine, the mechanics of it all. It is crushing, unfortunately. I feel like you are crushed, absolutely. But being yourself over this, and yeah, now we have the fox and clever. Now this is with this hoity-toity energy here. Imagine that. Swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts, resources surround you, and be open to romance. It's telling you to take a little while before you jump in again, but not to be against, relationships in general, working on that. Not everyone sucks. Quite honestly, not everyone does, right? There are millions of us that are still ascending on this planet. So, regardless of the rest of them, I'm doing Gemini. Okay. I got Leo, the lion, higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment by those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Yep. There is a higher calling of this. You're on it. I feel a lot of you are already on it. Going through these cycles, I'm not sure why we're dealing with this still, because technically it's been in your cards for so long, and I keep seeing things like leaving the situations, or should be, or these people aren't good for you, or whatever this is, and then you're still with them or something. So there must be like a tie. Do you have kids together? Is there, something that keeps you bound to this? You don't have to bend to anybody's rules, right? It is about integrity to yourself, not just others, right? Independent cat. You're a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Yeah. Kitty cats and the sneaky sneak vibe. I remember when my kitty cat growing up hunted a snake and brought it in the house. It was half dead. Thank God it didn't get away and, hide. But, cats can catch snakes easily there. So, that's just something that came to me. So, anywho, that's where we're starting from. Alrighty. A little bit more of the vibe before we get into my tarot. I hope everybody's having a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what time it is, wherever you are in the world. I hope everybody's vibing high, doing all right. Gypsies move around a lot, right? Something about that. Maybe somebody out there is Romanian or Slovakian or somewhere in that Eastern European vibe out there. Takes two, Pathfinder. I was a gypsy pretty much when I was younger. I was moving all the time. It was crazy. I don't know if that's the vibe for you, but I do kind of feel like the not settling down, or nomad kind of something. I'm not sure yet. Maybe you already do. I don't know. Show me. My pillow keeps sneaking out from under my bum. All right. Show me. Ooh, whoa. Okay. Prison. Somebody's in prison. Jail. Spiritual jail or real. Somebody's crushed, trying to be you through this. Do you feel like you're in a prison? Right? I do have who gives a shit here with this hoity-toity. This also came out. This is grounding you. Who gives a shit about these hoity-toity clever foxes? You gotta try and not give them your energy, right? If you're dealing with them because you have kids or whatever that situation, that bond is, I don't know if it's a bond, but whatever. Um, I'm feeling like you got to remember to try not to let it bring you down. It's a vicious cycle they're in. See, their mind, they don't know how to take responsibility for anything. They don't know how to, and a lot of these narcissists are very emotionally immature. So they don't know how to work through things. And anywho, that's on the deeper note of it. But that's the cycle, see, and they want everyone else to be in their crazy ass mind and mind control. No. I don't know about you guys, but nobody controls me as far as how I feel, what I'm going to do, how I go about things, right? We got to remember to think for ourselves. We don't need this chat GBT BS. I've never even been, I don't even know how to use, it's just not even a good idea, and people yet still do it, spies. This is your hope, fear, challenge, and homework calling. This vicious cycle. They're spying on you. You have a higher calling. They're watching you. And there's more than one here. More than likely. You're on a path, man. You are definitely you're on a higher calling from these. I'm almost feeling diabolical, facade. The whole thing is a facade. The sneaky snake, the fakeness, the superficiality, the masks, trying to make things appear this way when it is really just this way, right? Something like that. Something's fake. It's not it's not. So, yeah. Sneaky snake, deceitful, and then here you are being the natural healer and kind of, all right, anyway, this is where we're starting, so that's that. All right, I'm going to use my empath soul tarot today. Show me for Gemini. Knight of Swords reversed, Seven of Pentacles. Emperor down, Death down. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Give me a few more and I can. Wheel of Fortune. It's all about Dharma, baby. Some of you are in Dharma. Waiting on your, but it is very karmatic. What's going on here? Page of Swords. We had the Tower down, Page of Swords. All right, so Knight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. I'm feeling like you are, this gypsy moving around or something. Somebody is. But I feel like, trying to avert maybe the brutality of the reality or something, the hoity-toity arrogantness, trying to avert that, knowing that being yourself and all, and prison here, I feel like you're definitely working on things. You've been assessing things. They're watching you. They know that you have something up your sleeve or something, possibly. Some of these, people. The Emperor down, who gives a shit? Yeah, abuse of power. Absolutely. Hoity-toity, champagne taste, beer budget. Yeah, who gives a shit? It's abusive, It really is. This clever manipulation, scapegoating BS that goes on in this world. And spiritual warfare is so real. And it is so wicked on this earth right now that a lot of people are thinking it's like depression. It's, coming out with the heavy, this is the spiritual warfare. These are the spells that are over us that we need to try and break. This has never been on this like this before on this planet. We're going through this together here, and what's happening as a whole is huge, right? So we got to remember that. And witnessing all this stuff. Anyhow, the abuse of it, not dealing with it. They might be micromanaging, and nothing you say can possibly please them. It's like that vicious cycle. You can't. Don't even try. They refuse to change. Exactly. Spies. They don't want to see it is already over in my cards, right? But they just refuse it. It's a vicious cycle. You're still dealing with it. So we're talking like divorce, separation, move outs, whatever. I mean, if people are gypsies over here or in that energy, moving out, or, it could have been a long time ago, but you're still dealing with it, whatever. Anywho, it is about Dharma. It is happening for a lot of you North Noders. Absolutely. You're going to notice there's a lot of stuff going on right now. They don't televise, of course. I've been trying to keep up with a lot of it, and sometimes it's a little overwhelming because it's so much going on. But I was watching a program a couple days ago or whatever. I watch Alexander Quinn, right? Because I'm all about star seeds, and I'm on my own path here, trying. But anyway, the ships are here, and what that is the Arcturians and the Palladians are finally randomly docking on beaches around the world, and now it's going to be impossible for the government to ignore. They're going to have to face it because these are the Arcturians, these are the Palladians, these are the Solarians or something. I don't know. Then the Lemurians, and a lot of stuff is going to be changing. See, everybody's preparing for the worst, but I believe that the best days are ahead of us. See, it's all about how we lived our life, and if we take responsibility of it. Anywho, back to the messages here. There's a lot of change afoot though with this facade, right? Staying independent, staying authentically you, keeping on through the struggle, right? Everybody's struggling, but this I feel could be really difficult for some of you. Hi everyone. Refusing the tower, right? And it's still already here, right? Same as that death card. This is very Scorpio energy. Both of these cards, even the Wheel of Fortune, this could be big for somebody out there. But they're refusing it, or they're denying it. They don't want to see their own realizations or look in the mirrors, of how cruel they were or are, because to them it's their norm, probably. Remember, it's a personality disorder. So they don't, it's really messed up. Page of Swords here. Prison, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's researching something, looking things up, first and foremost. Somebody's trying to stand in their truth here, over this facade. And you're waiting for your Dharma. I feel like you've done what you need, and you are, as far as putting in the effort for your tree of life, so to say. 7 of Wands, 7. Sevens are very divine. Anywho, standing up for yourself and making boundaries, you have the advantage here over who gives a shit, right? Over this, and this is grounding you. Right? You're strong. You are powerful, right? Over this emperor down. Right? It's just, I feel like you don't really care, but because you have to deal with it, you care, or something like that. You care because you have to deal with it, and or you don't want to deal, or I don't know, something. Four wands down, the sun down. Yeah, they refuse to come out of the darkness. They're comfortable in the dark, whoever these people are. Yeah, this could have been a divorce or what a long time ago. Separation, move out again. Death card down. This is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Is the dealing with the ex family or the ex partner, whatever that is, right? The sun is good, but somebody is hiding. They're not going to come out into that brightness. It's too bright. Remember the gremlins? Bright light, bright light. They can't stand getting into the sun. Look how beautiful that is, right? It's already upright, even though it was down. They refuse it. This facade. This is a big card in this placement, this major. Being very independent around this very devious, conniving type of manipulation. Yeah, they think they have all the T's crossed and I's dotted, and you're powerful here, Yeah, you moved from the lies. You're moving away from the toxicity and the confusion, right? That's where they want you to stay because that's where their mind is. But I feel like you moved away from it or something. With the tower down, yeah, they're just they absolutely do not. Yeah, some people are really. I'm surprised the devil energy hasn't shown up yet. 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords reversed. Yeah, very competitive. Absolutely crushing, though, however, for you. I'm sorry. Somebody could be going to jail. Nah, I'm not sure. This is more than likely spiritual jail at the very least of it, and that's the biggest part, right? I have this t-shirt that says afterlives matter. You think? Oh my, yeah, this competition, this war, this is like, I feel like it's you're looking into it. I feel like you're getting information, or things are gathering. I'm feeling you're gathering information, maybe. 9 of Swords down. Who gives a shit? Yeah. They want you in a nightmare situation, but I think you're breaking the curses or something, because this is down, and this is when you're finally seeing through or more clearly, right? Getting out of the nightmare, right? You're powerful here. This is right over it, over this emperor that really, male or female, isn't an emperor at all. They're like that little narcissist behind the big grand illusion in Oz. That little fucking minion back there, 2 more and we can move on. 8 of Swords down. We got 9, 8, 2 sevens. It's talking about order, though, right? Yeah, feeling better, getting out of your own head, right? There is something here that you love. It's about change. Something's changing with this relationship here. This is a choice, right? I feel like somebody could be hiding, in a way, from this narcissistic energy. You're almost like in a hiding, like you don't want to see them, talk to them. Some of you, I feel like it's like you're seriously hiding. I'm sorry if that's true. Hanged man, yeah, it's about a sacrifice. You are waiting on something, though. You're waiting for I don't know, the solar flash. I don't know, but there's something here. Whatever you're building and gathering, you're waiting. You're like, things have been, it is about a sacrifice. This facade, the sneaky snake fox. Okay. All right, whatever. That's where we're starting with that. Show me what I need to see. It's for Gemini. Happy solar return. By the way, through all this mess. Gypsy, Knight of Swords down. I feel like here somebody, I don't know if they're a speaker in public or if they work in a community or what. It takes two, Pathfinder, higher calling. You moved away from this. It was a victory all day long. Yeah, there it is. I knew, I felt that energy. And there it is. Look at the boundness. See? It's probably an ex and you still have to deal with them because you have kids or something of that kind. I mean, you can place it, you know. Anywho. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, trying to, somebody being you. People are crushed. Hold on. Queen of Wands down. We got Seven of Wands down here. Seven of Wands up here. Lovers reversed here. Lovers up here. Queen of Wands down. All right. So this person has no boundaries. Or they completely disrespect, or they might even be like invading people's spaces or their business. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Got another sun. Ding, 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 ding. We got synchronicities all over the table already. Already? All right. So I think people realize the brutality. People are seeing it. It is recognized. There is a victory here. It has come to a stop, or that's what it's about. There was something about a coven or a cult, possibly, or family, but families, see, can be the coven or cult. So you can place that if you should, right? But yeah, being bound to this situation and this hoity-toity, arrogant, pretentious type energy, you know that they're abusing power, or they abuse their authority, maybe their title. Are they all about status and quo? Some people are very much in that facade type superficial energy, right? This is people are spying from the past. People are spying on you. They're watching you. You have a higher calling for sure. I feel like you're a target, some of you. Yeah. This is a black witch we're dealing with. There's change coming for you. There is some change, some big change, because the sun is next. It's coming, baby. It's coming. Things are working behind the scenes. I feel like things are adding up or coming together. Like I was saying, it's that energy again. All right, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's research. They know this Page of Swords wants nothing to do with this, right? They don't want the messages. They don't want the opportunity. They don't want the devil fucking energy whatsoever. They're just avoiding it. They're denying it. They're walking away from it. They're waiting for them to go to prison or what, or maybe they are literally or something. But like I said, at the very least of it, it's spiritual jail. And that's the biggest kind. Because afterlives matter. I should name your video that. I don't know why I don't name videos. Maybe I'll start. You're the first one this week. If I can remember. Show me what I need to see. All right, I'll take it that way. Knight of Wands down. 3 of Cups. Yeah, it used to be the Three Musketeers or something, huh? Or something. But there is a celebration here. There is some sort of a gathering, or I don't know if it's like, I think for some of you it's like outdoor entertainment, or maybe at an outdoor picnic or barbecue, or I don't know, something. Doesn't have to be, but some of you I think so. Anywho, 6 of Cups here. Yeah, the memories. They're hiding from the memories because they know change afoot. These people are getting scared, I feel. Scared of you because of your power. You have a higher calling, baby. You certainly do. This is a big reading for somebody. Knight of Pentacles. The Sun right over this with 6 of Wands. Oh yeah, going forth all day long. Right? You had enough. It was time to go from all the lies and confusion and cycles. 2 of Wands, 5 of Wands down. Ding, 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 ding. And the world, it's a wrap. That's what it's about. Wrapping it up. It's clear as day. People are spying on you. Karma all the way. This is very, very, very karmatic times. Yeah. This could be, and Gypsy here, like a whole new, moving to a whole new chapter in life, like a whole new you or something. That can show up in a lot of ways, right? Something like that. Yeah, making plans. You got the world in your hands. Look. I like this card. He's got the world in his hands, looking over his harbor or what, thinking about, I got to do this, I got to do that. I should do this first, or whatever that is to you, right? Over the chaos and the fighting, and, you have a higher calling, you know it, you're looking up. You're looking up. That's where everybody looks, and that's where I look, is up. Right? Putting a stop to it clearly. Who gives a shit? You're moving on. Yeah, I'm liking it. The world card, it's a wrap. Things are wrapping up. Closing doors, new doors opening. I like it. It's like a whole new vibe of moving on. I like it. Clear as day. Yeah, you know it too. It's coming. Very level. The Lovers with Knight of Swords. Level. So that's what it's about. I feel like you still may have to deal with this a little bit. I feel like somebody's like half on the, they've been through so much that they're trying really hard not to be like vengeful. But they're just, I feel like it's just been so much that they kind of wonder, but stick with your light, man. If that's true, stick with your light. This is real spiritual warfare going on in this world, and it is wicked. It is wicked shit. I know I had to go through it, and boy, I'll tell, it almost killed me. That's how hard it is. And if any of you are going under any of that warfare type vibe like I went under, you can do it. You can do it. It's just toxic. Mental health issues. Oh, yeah. Sneaky. Look at him sneaking off like nobody sees him in clear daylight. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to give you a few of my grandma's cards here. Five of Pentacles. Very disappointing. There's a lot of loss. Some of you have been homeless or left out or ostracized, something, ganged up on maybe. Six of Diamonds reversed. 5, 6. You don't want to put into it anymore. It's too disappointing. It's not real. You're you authentically and independently. You've been through a lot, but it's coming here with the Wheel of Fortune and the World. I like it. You might be having a union with someone you love. I love that. That's good too. What else, Grandma? Everybody say hi to Grandma Josie. 9 of Spades down. 10 of Hearts. Oh, yeah. Clarity, feeling better. Fuck yeah. Bring it on, right? A happy home. This is what we're working for and towards, and that's what it's all about. I kind of, something. Being happy, being content. I like it. People are watching. I don't know. People watch all the time. I don't understand what they're watching, with all these fucking cameras and like whatever. I don't know. It's just stupid. It's just a gross vibe if you really think of it. And creepy. 8 of Spades reversed. Again, clear as day, getting out of your head. I feel like you're really going to be feeling better coming soon. Yeah. 6 of Hearts reversed. It was all bad memories. There was a lot of trauma or tribulations. These were serious things that we were struggling with or have been, right? I feel like it's coming to an end. Thank God. It's happening, right? It's happening. All right, I'm going to give you one of these. This is my new deck here. It covers pretty much every culture all over the world, so we'll see what comes out. Show me, Gemini. Happy solar return. Have courage. Damn straight. All right. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies or genders should you need to. There's 2 things here. The first one, you're stronger than you think. Preserve and do not give in to fear. You have the full support of the universe and you're not alone. Believe in yourself and your strength, and you can weather this storm. Even though you can't see it yet, there is a wonderful rainbow waiting for you on the other side of this trying situation. Yes, something big. Now, on the other hand, it says, right now, the most important thing you can do is trust in yourself and the universe. Dig deep within your soul. Keep focused on what is needed to move through or fix a challenge. Then step forward and with positive intent. You've been through a lot in your life, and this obstacle won't stop you now. Stand firm. Draw strength from all that is important to you and be warrior-like. Know that you can do this. There's a thing, warriors never die. They just rest. Okay. Which one? I guess I'm going to give you one of these, my Celtic Tree Oracle. This one does take reversals, so show me for Gemini. What time are we on? 40:11 already. It is so windy today. I was going to do my readings outside, but it was so windy I couldn't. I think this came out reversed. It's the number 2, Louis Rowan. I hope that's how you say. I cannot pronounce these Celtic words for the life of me, so please just go with it. I have a very German background in as a second language, so it's hard for me to, Anywho, Rowan offers you protection. This may refer to protection from the actual enemy or simply from people or situations that you don't trust. Louis Rowan will make you aware of others' manipulations and power plays, and also may alert you to your own manipulations. She asks you to keep your wits about you and allow you to discriminate between what is good for you and what is not. Rowan strengthens your intuition, especially in business ventures or new relationships. If you receive this card in relation to such situations, heed her warning. Things may not be what they appear. She provides the spiritual strength to help you to turn away from anything that threatens you and your serenity and purpose. Rowan also asks you to connect to ecstasy. Make time for creative endeavors and quiet time. Take guided journeys to communicate with your totem animals and spirit helpers. Include music, dance, ritual, and ceremony in your life. Pay attention to your dreams. Look for messages in synchronicities. Read inspiring books or take a class that reconnects you to spirit. Mhm. Cultivate a deep relationship with the divine. Louis Rowan assures you sorry, that bliss and ecstasy are your birthright. Open up to the magic and all the mystery around you. You may not be able to see the unseen realm, but you can communicate with it. This result is regeneration and joy. Rowan asks you to mother yourself as well. She asks you to weed out thoughts, emotions, and actions that do not reflect of your higher self. This is like taking out the garbage on a daily basis and is especially important when something powerful needs to be resolved. She reminds you that you are a magnificent spiritual god or goddess, and that by being intentional, you can take responsibility for everything you create. With love and forgiveness, you can be assured that you are creating the very best. Wow, I like that. I closed that a little too soon. That was a lot, but it was nice. So the key words are protection, intuition, discrimination, spiritual strength, ecstasy, astral travel, connection with the mystery, and magic. Cool. I like it. What now? Where am I changed all my things around, so I don't know where anything is now. I'm going to close it with a rune here. All righty. Stone of Oban. That's a cool stone. Do not forget the importance of the company that you keep. Friendship is a warm fire to stoke. Its comfort we reap. Hi, everybody. There's a little message on the bottom. Carry ocean jasper for anxiety and lift your spirit. Yeah. So that crystal, ocean jasper, it'll help raise your vibe and it'll help with anxieties. A lot of exciting things to look forward to after everything that you have been through. So I really like this message for you guys. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human, and it'll all work out. I'll see you soon. Till then.